Alma Surfside. I have a surf and beach inspired jewelry shop on Etsy, so I'll include a link down below in case you guys want to check it out. I'm also on Instagram, and my handle is Alma Surfside 7. So you can follow me on Instagram and keep up with my latest designs on that platform. And I've been doing a lot of beading tutorials lately, and what I've come up with is another seed bead necklace. And this is what it looks like. It was actually inspired by a Michael Kors purse, which I have, and you'll notice that it's the same color scheme. So it has a yellow and white strap, and it says Michael Kors all the way around. And it also has a really cool, keychain here that says Kors in neon yellow. So that was my inspiration, that was my starting point. And I created this necklace to go along with that because I think, it's pretty powerful if you have a purse strap that's the exact same color as your necklace. I think, sitting side by side, they just are really exciting together. So this is more of an abstract shape. I don't know what you would call it, but it has 4 points. So top, bottom, side, side, and it repeats all the way throughout the necklace. And I've used 4 different types of beads in order to create this. So I'll start off by going through the materials that you're going to need today. So as always, I use Fireline, and this is 6 pound or 0.006. Or you could use wildfire or nylon thread as long as it's roughly the same size. You'll also need seed beads, and these are 8/0, and they're opaque white luster. Okay, so that's going to be for the center part of the shape, the white part. And you'll also need some silver 11/0 beads, and these happen to be silver galvanized, and these are by Toho. You'll also need some neon yellow beads if you decide to go with this color scheme. So these are bright yellow, metallic matte, and they're size 10/0. And finally, you'll need 15/0 seed beads, and these are opaque white luster, and these are also by Toho. Okay. You'll also need a beading needle. Okay. You'll need to put on your thread. I always start with an arm's length of thread, and then I add on more as I run out. And you'll need 2 jump rings, as well as a lobster claw. And to attach the jump rings, it's helpful if you have flat nose pliers. And of course, you'll need scissors to cut your thread. Okay, so for today, because the pattern is repetitive, what I'm going to go through are the first 3 shapes, and then you'll continue on your own for the rest of the necklace. And then when you're finished the necklace, you can come back to the video, and at the very end I'm going to show you how to do the closure, which is just a basic loop. Okay, so that's the plan for today, to go over the first 3. Okay, so once you have your thread cut and your beading needle attached, what you're going to do is pick up a silver, a white in 8/0, silver, white, silver, white, silver, white, and that's it. Okay, so you should have silver, white, silver, white, silver, white, silver, white, giving you a total of 4 white beads and 4 silver beads. Okay, push those down on your thread. I always leave a bit of a tail, so I would say about 6 to 10 inches, depending on how much extra you'd like to work with. And I'm going to insert my needle into the very last bead. Okay, so that creates a circle. And what I need to do is go around the circle again, just to reinforce it. Okay, so I'm going to go through all of the beads that I have here. also going to go through the silver bead. Okay. So once you reach the silver bead, you're going to pick up 2 of the bright yellow 10 over zeros. Okay. And you're going to go down the silver seed bead that's adjacent to it. Okay. So I've skipped the white bead and I'm going down the silver bead on the right side. Pull on my thread. Okay. I'm going to turn my piece and I'm going to do the same thing. So we're going to repeat that all the way around. Pick up 2 of the yellow and go through the silver bead. Okay, so that's what you should have. You should have all of the yellow beads sitting on top of the white beads in the center. Okay, and once I've reached this side here, I'm going to go up through the first yellow seed bead, pull on my thread, and I'm going to add a yellow seed bead, just one, at the very top, and go down the other yellow seed bead as well as the silver seed bead. Okay, turn my piece. I'm going to go up the yellow, add another yellow seed bead, and then go down the yellow and the silver. Okay, so that's making them sit at the top and creating a point on each of the 4 corners. Okay, coming through the silver, I'm going to go up the yellow. Pick up another yellow and go down the yellow and silver. Okay, so that's my first shape. And once I'm coming out of the silver, I'm going to go up through the yellow as well as the point on the right-hand side. Okay, and that means that I'm ready to start another shape, but before I do that, I'm going to make a connector by picking up 1 15 over 0 in the white luster, one of my yellows, and another 15 over 0. Okay, I'm going to go through the opposite side of the bead that I'm coming out of, and then I'm going to step up by going through the white and the yellow. Okay, so I'm going to reinforce this shape by also going down the white 15 over 0 as well as the yellow bead, and then stepping up again through the 15 over 0 as well as the 10 over 0. Okay, so the white and the yellow at the top. Okay, so that's what we have so far. I'm going to pick up another 8 over 0 and I'm going to go through the opposite side of the bead that I'm coming out of. I'm going to reinforce it by going down the white bead and up the yellow bead. Okay, so it should be sitting side by side. I'm going to go down the white bead. So to start my new shape, I'm going to pick up 1 of the silver, 1 of the white in 8 over 0, another silver, white, silver, white, and silver. Okay, so that's what you should have on your needle. So we're adding 3 instead of 4 because we already have one of the whites on our thread. Okay, go up the opposite side of that bead that you're coming out of. Pull in your thread, so that's what creates another circle, and there's 4 points on that circle. Okay, again we're going to reinforce it by going through all of those beads that we added. Okay, and then what you want to do is get your needle and go up the silver bead right there. And now you're ready to pick up 2 of the yellow seed beads. Go down the silver seed bead on the right side. Pick up another 2, so do this all the way around. Now, when you reach this point here, we're going to pick up 1 of the yellow seed beads, and I'm going to insert it into the yellow seed bead at the top, right there. Okay, pick up another yellow seed bead and go down the silver seed bead below. Okay, so that's what you should have. Then step up through the yellow seed bead at the top of the next white seed bead. Okay, pick up a yellow, go down the other side, and through the silver. Turn your shape to make it easier to work with. Okay, step up through the yellow seed bead. Pick up another yellow. So we're just creating points, right? And then go down the opposite side. Okay, so that's my second shape. And then I just have to work my needle all the way around to the right hand side so that it can start another connector. So to do that, I'm just going to go through the yellow seed beads. When you're going around this side of your shape, I find it's best if you don't go through the peak, the top bead there. I find it better if you just go through the one that's sitting at the same level as the bead that you're going through. Okay, so this one here. And that'll just make the peak stand up even more. Okay, so I've made it all the way around to the right hand side of my shape, and of course I'm ready for another connector. So at this time I'm going to pick up a 15/0, another yellow, and another 15/0. Okay, and go through the opposite side of the bead that you're coming out of. Okay, so to reinforce the connector, I'm going to go through all of the beads that I just added on. And then step up through the white and the yellow. Okay, so that's what you should have so far. Now I'm ready to attach another 8/0 white seed bead. Okay, so I'm going to go through the opposite side and go down the white, go up the yellow, pull on your thread. Okay, so that just makes it sit nicely side by side, and then go down the white, and then you're ready to start another circle. So to do the circle, I'm going to pick up one silver, one white, silver, white, silver, white, and silver. And there you go. That's the circle shape there. Okay. You're going to want to reinforce it by going through all of those beads once more just to give it a bit of strength and make sure that it's holding its shape. Okay, and now you're ready to add the yellow seed beads. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to go through the first silver seed bead and pick up 2 of my yellow. Go down the subsequent silver seed bead. Okay, right there. Pull my thread and do that all the way around the shape. Okay, once I reach this part, I'm going to add 1 of the yellow seed beads to my needle, and then I'm going to go up through the yellow seed bead sitting at the top. Okay, right there. That's part of the connector. Pull on your thread, pick up another yellow, go down the silver bead. That's part of your main shape. Okay, and then carry on, go up 1 of the yellows, pick up another yellow, go down the yellow and silver, which should create a peak, okay, a little point, and go up the next yellow, pick up another yellow, and go down the yellow and the silver. Okay, so we've finished the first 3 segments of the necklace, and of course you're going to want to get your needle around to the far right hand side in order to do another connector. But that's the idea. It's a very simple shape, and I think it's easy to do. Once you get the hang of it, you don't really have to think about it. And anyways, what you're going to do is get to the last segment, the last shape, and then you're going to finish it off with a loop. Okay, so that's what we'll go over right now. And to do the loop, what I've done is I've used a total of 5 seed beads, okay, and then 10/0, and I've just done a simple circle exiting, you know, the very last shape of your necklace. Okay, so I finished my necklace and now I'm ready to do the other loop. So I'm exiting the point here in my very last shape, and as I mentioned before, I'm going to pick up 5 of the yellow seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I'm going to go through the opposite side of the final seed bead. Okay, that creates a circle. And then what I always like to do is go through the circle again. Okay, and then go back down through my shape. So I'm going to go through one of the yellow seed beads as well as the silver. Pull on my thread, and then I can insert a knot here and going through the loop. Okay, so that's my first knot. I can go through a few more of the seed beads, so I'm going to go through the yellow here. I'm going to skip the one at the very top, and I'm going to go down the next one as well as the next silver. Pull on my thread. I'm going to go on the inside of the shape, go through the loop, and pull. Okay, so I've done 2 knots, and you can continue through the shape and do even more if you prefer, but I always find that 1 or 2 knots is enough to do the job. And then once you're ready to cut off your excess thread, you're going to pick up your scissors, okay, and then cut it off as close as you can. Okay, get rid of your thread. You're going to pick up your flat nose pliers and one of your jump rings. In this case, I've used silver jump rings because I have silver beads in my shape. Okay, so I like to always coordinate them. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, put it through the loop at the top and close it. And you're going to do the same on the other side. So pick up your jump ring and your lobster claw. And you're going to go through the circle and then close up your jump ring. And then your necklace is going to be totally done, and that's how you lock it in, okay, with the lobster claw. Okay, so we've reached the end of our piece, and it's ready to wear. Literally ready to wear. So I hope you had fun making it with me. I think it's, you know, a really modern and fresh lemon colored necklace, and as I said, I was really inspired by the Michael Kors purse that I bought a number of years ago, and I thought it would just, you know, really be flattering wearing the two side by side. It's a crossbody, I should mention, so you know the strap is going to go across my body, and then this will be the necklace that I'll be wearing with it. So I think it's just a very striking piece, and anyways, I hope you had fun making it, and thank you so much for your support. I hope that you'll take a few minutes to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Every little bit helps in growing the channel and making sure that I come out with as much content as possible in the years to come. So please do those things, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye for now.